Whoa, that's almost as scary as our return to the postseason, relying on Mac Jones to be that missing piece. Welcome back to the New Orleans Saints franchise, everybody. We begin today's episode, and the Saints at 8-7 are very close to clinching a playoff berth. With 2 games left to go, we'd have a matchup against the 5-win Bucs and the sub-500 Tennessee Titans. But this is a Buccaneers team that's given us some problems, including earlier this season when Jason Tracy passed for over 400 yards. But in the mediocre NFC, it does not take much to make the playoffs. With a win, we could potentially clinch against Tampa, and we were just finally getting healthy, with our core starting 5 offensive linemen playing together, and no injuries on the injury report. Coming off a great win against Philadelphia and a 1-point loss to Minnesota, I felt good about our chances of finishing the season strong and making that postseason return. Game 16, Tampa football, and here is Jason Tracy keeping and running into Saint territory. He throws the ball far, he likes to run as well, and he's a productive dual-threat quarterback, but hasn't really taken that step towards making Tampa a playoff contender. 1st and 10 for Tracy, tries to take a shot downfield, and he's intercepted. 4th of the year for Tommy Tomlinson. One reason why they beat us earlier this year is because Tommy had struggles against the speedy John Riles. He would not be matching up with him in this game. And offensively, I wanted to see us emphasize the run. The teams that tend to do well in the postseason often have good running games and good defenses. I wanted to get the running game on track if we were to make it. After a first down by Jadarius Roby, pass is caught, and Chris Olave takes 3 shots on that play for a gain of 12. Mac Jones off the play action, tries to send a ball downfield, but it's incomplete for Blackwell. The pass game got off to a really rocky start with pressure on Jones and some missed throws that led him to start 1 for 6. That brought out Blake Westbrook for a 55-yard field goal try, and from long range, he hits the kick to go up 3. Tampa football later in the first quarter. A run to Tyler Algier. That gets stuffed. Our run defense has made some strides this season. We forced the 3rd and long of Tampa. And here's Tracy threading one to Isaiah Hodgins for the first down. Tracy has no issue making those difficult passes. In Saint territory, 2nd down, he buys time and throws a dart to Godwin. Out of bounds inside the 10. Tampa takes it down inside the red zone, and Tracy, rolling, gets chased down by James Houston. He thought he could outrun him, but that would ultimately lead to a Tampa field goal. On the following possession, in a tie game, Mac Jones off the fake. He's going to loft this one into Kevin Blackwell over the defender Justin Reed for a nice connection. Then we try to get Jones rolling out of the pocket a bit, and he can't make the difficult adjustment there, throwing to Kevin Blackwell. On 3rd and 9, Jones, oh, that's dangerous and should have been picked. Can't get it over the defenders, so out comes Groupie again, and that kick is good. Over 110 yards worth of field goals already for Blake Groupie. It's a 6-3 Saint lead, and that's a connection with Chris Godwin. Jason Tracy opening the game 7 for 10. He's had a lot of good games against our defense. On 3rd down, a little off the mark. He's not the sharpest or most consistent quarterback, but this team had nothing to lose. 4th down, Tracy lets it fly, and it's caught! John Riles. All the way at the 5-yard line. Tracy just taking a chance for his big play receiver, and Julian Love a little bit slow getting over to make a play. Tampa running it with Niles Flowers. That is a touchdown to cap things off. Buccaneers take a 10-6 lead. We weren't starting the way I wanted to offensively. We know the interior's been getting beat up this year, and despite not having Vita Vea, they still have players like Aleem McNeil who are disruptive. Saints met with 3rd down and 13. Jones has it popped up in the air and is lucky that wasn't picked off. There were a lot of throws where as soon as he let it go, there was a defender to impact it in the pocket. Tampa ball, and Algier breaks one to the outside for a 1st down. With just a few minutes to go in the first half, Tampa trying to build up a lead. And it's Tracy right over JOK and connecting with Hodgins. And that's what he's going to do to you when you're not getting pressure up front, and we didn't get much of it. Here's Tracy on 2nd down, contested by Tommy, and a battle there with Chris Godwin. We go to 3rd down and 10. Tampa empty. Tracy downfield and caught by Hodgins. Matched up with Chad Binns, who's been on quite the hot streak lately with 4 interceptions, but the rookie just can't locate the ball in the air, and Hodgins takes the Bucs inside the 5. Flowers scored the first touchdown, and he caps this drive off as well. Buccaneers go up 2 scores. And you feel like, here we go again with this team. No matter what, it seems someone always comes away looking awful in these matchups. Mac Jones underneath, just a short completion. And on the play, Chris Olave would exit and be helped into the locker room. And he would not return to this game. Without Olave, Jones downfield has Jacoby Pearman, but overthrow him. There was pressure impacting that throw again. On 3rd and 7, a tight throw caught by Garrett Wilson. That's a good connection. 3rd and 1 for Jones. Throws it a bit late over the head of Antoine Priestley. We end up going for it on 4th and 1. Just give it to Rashad White, the former Buccaneer, gets the 1st down. We go to 1st down and 10. Jones pressured again, and down he goes as Aleem McNeil beats Cole Strange. We'd ultimately face 3rd and 16, where Jones hooks up with Priestley on the comeback. That's a really difficult play, and that allows us to bring out Groupie again. It's inside 50 at least, and he drills the kick. But all we get in the first half is 3 field goals. And without Chris Olave the rest of the game, we'd shift to trying to run the ball more again. Nice run by Jadarius Roby for the first. Was hoping we could see the offense get into a rhythm, but it seemed like they were always in the backfield. Even with an extra man protecting, 2 defenders hit Jones. For sure, we have to use the underneath options better in the passing game, and that happens here on the dump off to Roby. We take it to the 47. Good block here by Wilson and Reggie Gilliam as Roby picks up a gain of 8. We go to 3rd down and 2, and it's Jones a little late, but caught by Wilson. Jones just 9 for 22, not what we've been used to. And this drive ultimately ended. That pass knocked away by Devin White. Groupie again. Is he getting tired of these long kicks? He drills it from 55. 3 from 55 plus. That's just ridiculous. At least in the meantime, the defense had made some adjustments, and we were doing a really good job aggressively attacking their run game. Algier just 16 for 62. They weren't going to beat us on the ground. But sloppy tackling that allows Riles to get 11 on 2nd and 12. We go into the 4th quarter. 3rd and 1. It's Flowers. Room on the right side and a block from Riles. He gets the 1st down. Tampa up 5 and now just across midfield. Off the fake. Rainbow shot. Caught by Chris Godwin. It's a touchdown. And you know that one hurts. Jason Tracy just drops it right in the bucket here. And Tommy Tomlinson is beat for the score. He has not had a great season against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And meanwhile, it's a 12-point game. Our offense still has not figured things out well. One of our better plays there. Good timing on the pass to Kevin Blackwell. We take it to the 43. Jones has time. Tries to go across the middle. And they would usually have a second defender ready to jar that ball out. Jones. Downfield. What an adjustment by Garrett Wilson. The degree of difficulty on most of these plays was just so high. And it kept us from really getting in a rhythm. I mean, that throw's a mile or a minute late. The timing was screwed up. This was just a really bad game. And yes, the Bucs did play well. But on 4th and 8, knocked away by Devin White. He was having an incredible game, taking away the middle of the field. Later, a 4th and 10 for the Saints. Same score. We go underneath to Pearman for the first down. With about 5.5 to go, we'd have to score, get a stop, and score again. Here's Kevin Blackwell getting down the sideline for a big catch and run. Saints have a couple good plays to start the drive. Then Devin White nearly picks one off, jumping in front of Kevin Blackwell. And on 3rd and 6, outside the numbers to Blackwell and inside the 15. 4 and change left to go. It's 2nd down. Jones for Kevin Blackwell and contested incomplete. 3rd and 10. And Jones runs out of time. It's Odengbo who brings him down. 4th and 17. You've got to go for it in this spot. Jones lets it fly, and it's broken up by Devin White. He was always there, including on the following drive. Time is not on our side here, and now it doesn't matter. Devin White gets the interception. Jacoby Pearman doesn't even get his hands up for this throw. And Tampa Bay completes another upset of us. Both of these games were just disgusting. I'm so sick of losing to Tampa. But the timing was so bad in the passing game, and we really could have just gone into the flats. This was a very stubborn attempt by us to pass the ball, and I just had a really bad game. Felt really good going into it, but played very poorly, and we lose, falling to 8 and 8. Suddenly, we were met with one final game that would decide our playoff fate. Remember when I said we were full strength? We were no longer after this Bucs game, losing Chris Olave to a quad injury. This would be a 5-week recovery, ending his regular season and keeping him out until deep into the playoffs if we were to still be there. It was a pretty disappointing year as we did not utilize Chris Olave as well as we have in years past. But if we could get a win against Tennessee, we were in line to still be a playoff team. Losing might be too much to overcome. So this would be the biggest game of our season, trying to get back to the playoffs for the first time since Season 1. We would sign Michael Thomas as added wide receiver depth, having a reunion. And our last game was against the 7-9 Tennessee Titans. The Titans have Josh Mays as their young quarterback. He's a rookie from Wyoming who actually has really good accuracy for a rookie, but he's still developing. He's by no means a complete player. Khaled Thomas is their lead running back, and they brought in Jalen Waddle, who I'd obviously want to keep far away from Tommy Tomlinson. And defensively, I knew Jeffrey Simmons would be somebody to watch out for, and Isaiah Foskey has had some success there after the first few years with us in the franchise. So here we are in the Superdome, one win away from that awaited playoff return. Would Mac Jones step up after the loss to Tampa, or crumble, adding another chapter of heartbreak? First pass of the game, Mac Jones, intercepted! It's Kyle Duggar. 8th interception of the year. Nice vertical leap. Tennessee takes over. The rookie, Josh Mays, trying to put Tennessee on the board early. 3rd down and 4. Mays out of the shotgun. Looks to throw outside. Well defended by Tommy Tomlinson. Tennessee gets 3 after the pick. What were we going to do with an offense that was looking as bad as they have all year? Jones fakes on third down, connects with Garrett Wilson for a much-needed conversion, gain of 16 yards. Without Olave, Wilson would be the number one, but stepping up is Antoine Priestley. Takes the contact, maintains balance, gets a first down. Then we go with the inside draw. We've had some success here, spreading teams out and running with Rachaad White. So we break that out for a first down. We ultimately bring it down to the red zone where Jones has Wilson, but not back there. He missed him by a mile. Saints get 3. Tennessee football at their own 19. And Josh Mays has the speedy Jalen Waddle. We'd have to make sure we didn't let him get behind us and become that easy option for Josh Mays. But on this possession, they go to him on back-to-back passes for big conversions. First down for Mays, extends and floats downfield, finding his tight end, LaMarcus Callaway at the 1. Tennessee looking to score the first touchdown. They run with Thomas. He gets stuffed and hit back. On the following play, they pitch it out to Thomas, and he loses a whole bunch. Taken out by Zaven Collins. And on 3rd and goal, Mays spinning and nearly losing even more ground. The Saints hold tough, only allowing 3 more. But let's go into the next Tennessee possession. It is 6-3. Josh Mays on 3rd and 7, desperately heaves the pass to Treylon Burks. And he makes the catch at the 15. Another impressive play out of the Titans. They wanted their first touchdown, but Aaron Kinley turns them away, helping disrupt this throw. 9-3. Another struggle for the Saints to find the end zone. They go with Jadarius Roby up the middle and plenty of room to run. Roby had a chance to run for 1,000 yards as well with a good performance in this game. Then wide open, Garrett Wilson with room to run. The play-action game is also a big key for getting this offense where it needs to be. On 3rd and 10, Rachaad White breaks out of the backfield to get us close. And maybe in other circumstances we'd have kicked here, but the frustration was high. We run it with Roby, who gets the first down. There was a big block by Cole Strange. We just couldn't kick, or I think Groupie might hold out for a new contract. 2 plays later, touchdown at last to Kevin Blackwell. And the drought ends after 5 touchdownless quarters for the Saints offense. Mac Jones to Kevin Blackwell, who had become our leading receiver on the season. 10-9, first half almost over. Josh Mays in trouble, and somehow that's not ruled a fumble. Apparently a forward pass off a defender. On 3rd and 10, we back the defense off, and that would be a bad idea. Khaled Thomas breaks a tackle and busts this run 77 yards. Sloppy defense. I cannot believe we gave up that score. The Titans would take a 16-10 lead into half. And the reality of us missing the postseason entirely was right in front of us. And it was sickening looking at what was happening with the Panthers, who had just gotten blown out by Philly. If we had just done our job against the Bucs, we could be playing for the division. But they had it all wrapped up. Meanwhile, we had a whole lot to play for. Tommy Tomlinson helps contest a throw. And on 3rd down, Thomas is wrapped up by JOK and Collins. Let's go back to the Saint offense. Mac Jones at our 36. Hands off, and here's Rachaad White, who probably could have scored, but I thought he would hold the block. We could break to his left. Everything's going wrong. It's got to be something. Pass is hauled in here by Garrett Wilson. Again, Jones having to take a lot of contact. We get Rachaad White running ahead for the first down to at least get this drive moving. Then we mix in the power run game of Jadarius Roby for the first, or close to it. And a couple plays later, getting him running wide into open space, through a defender, and down inside the 6. New Orleans trying to put it in the end zone again. A tight end screen. It's Kevin Blackwell nearly scoring. I don't like that play often, but I liked the look there. 3rd and goal. Roby finishes the drive. And we've got our second touchdown. And the Saints take a 1-point lead. Late 3rd quarter, Titans football. Josh Mays trying to throw for Donovan Peoples-Jones, and that's good coverage again out of Tommy. Looking good in this game. On 3rd down, Mays off the mark and falls to 9 for 21 passing. Accuracy was a big issue for him. Saints ball still in the 3rd. Jones with time, has the chance to look downfield for Kevin Blackwell. Having the time to make that pass felt like a rarity in these two games. 2nd down, Roby on the angle route. He's gotten a lot better as a receiver, I think, the past couple years. Couple plays later, 3rd and 6, it's caught by Blackwell, running through the defense and nearly scoring. I think that would have taken the whole roof off the Superdome if he put that in the end zone. Great play by KB. And then, on 1st and goal, flipping out to Barry, Skelton for the touchdown. And I know you're thinking, never do that again. I liked the idea of getting them compact and then racing them to the outside. Yes, the option there got a little sketchy, but it worked, and we kicked the extra point. Oftentimes there, I like to go for 2. But against a rookie quarterback as inconsistent as Mays, I'm okay with the extra point. If we faced a better quarterback in this game, I would have gone for 2. Handoff Thomas, back-to-back stops by Sweat and Houston. To 3rd and 11. Mays, nobody open, and time runs out. It's the rookie Joe Richards. He's become an impact player over the course of the year, and I think he's outplayed Vita Vea, especially as a pass rusher. Saints football already up 8. It's Jones on target for Jacoby Pearman. That's the kind of throw when you're starting to get confident. Couple plays later, 3rd down. Watch out, it's Simmons. Had to try to save a couple of yards there at the end, and then we look for a 2-score lead. 58 from Groupie. Got it! And the Saints closing in on a potential playoff return. 3 and change left to go. It's Josh Mays floating up top, and climbing the ladder is Burks. Now they're inside 3 minutes. Need a score, but the rookie gets picked off. Forced it to Paulson Adebo. Sideline, and there he goes. Paulson Adebo, pick 6, New Orleans, and we are headed back to the playoffs for the first time in 4 years. We would have liked to finish the year stronger than this. Despite what turned into a lopsided win over Tennessee, I wasn't very content with it. I wanted a more complete offensive game, but eventually we found some things that worked. Mays had a pretty rough game, though, for a while, and he did get some garbage time racked up at the end, but overall had a couple quarters where he had just done nothing. But you know what? It's been a tough series. Even if we're a fringe playoff team in a bad conference, we're just going to take it. We are a playoff team once again in the Saints franchise. We're not the 7 seed either. We're the 6. It could have been worse. Some tiebreakers didn't go our way here. You had to be at least 500 to make the playoffs this season. So no sub 500 teams make it in the NFC, but also nobody had more than 11 wins. And our return to the playoffs will be against the Seattle Seahawks. So what do I think overall now of the season? I don't know what would have happened if we had played Blake Westbrook the entire year. Mac Jones was a way to try to make the quarterback position matter a little bit less and to let other things on the team, our playmakers, our defense, decide how far we would go. Jones had some good games, a couple rough runs, a lot more good ones than bad, I'd say. I really enjoyed playing with him. Felt like our pass protection was an issue from start to finish, and that's always going to hurt when you have a limited pocket passer. And those issues also crept into our underperforming ground game, where we didn't even have a 1,000-yard rusher, despite a healthy starting running back all year. While we did give up a ton of points defensively, I still liked our defense a lot this year. We improved against the run. We, at times, were a very good pass rush unit. And Tommy Tomlinson got a chance to play like a superstar and had a very good year. Joe Richards came on strong, Chad Binns as well. Montez Sweat was awesome the first half of the year and kind of disappeared the second half a bit for us. But overall, this is a lot better than we've seen recently in the series, and it took a long time just to build us back to being a 9-win wild card. And suddenly, it's weird because we find ourselves in a situation very similar to the start, when the Saints thought they had a good enough team to just slap the Derek Carr Band-Aid on it and say, all right, go be a playoff team. It worked for us in year 1. Suddenly now in year 5, I say let's slap the Mac Jones Band-Aid on this team because I think we're good enough to make the playoffs. So we're kind of back where the series began, honestly. Very strange how things work out. I can't believe we did not have somebody win Rookie of the Year. Chad Binns and Joe Richards are runners up to Ontarius Andrews, the number 1 pick of the Rams. I imagine he didn't win by much. We had good production. But our return to the playoffs will be against the Seattle Seahawks. These two teams met in the playoffs during the Beastquake game. We know them a little bit. I believe we played them a year ago. And Hunter Boone is a really good up-and-coming quarterback. And tight end Nick Brooks is a star. 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns this season. He and Kevin Blackwell have about the same speed and a lot of similar ratings. They're going to be the focal points of these two passing games. Defensively, they don't have any standouts with their pass rush unit. Is this a chance for us to actually control the line of scrimmage a little bit better? Because if we can run the ball, it's a different story. We just rarely are able to. Seattle has a top 10 offense and a bottom 10 defense. So I'm really hoping our offense comes to play the way we know they should. But we're still going to be without Chris Olave. And that means we've really got to focus on Garrett Wilson and Kevin Blackwell. We open as the 6th seed. Carolina and Atlanta square off as well. If we win, we're most likely to meet Green Bay. But if the Falcons upset Carolina, which the difference between them being a 2 and a 7 seed is nothing. The Falcons finished 1 game back of Carolina. I think the Falcons could easily beat them. But let's just focus on us. Can we win our first playoff game of the franchise? We attempt to do it next episode in the Saints franchise. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you all in the playoffs next time in the Saints franchise. Have a great day.